And we're live. We're here on LinkedIn, and I am here, Laura Burgels. That's me. And I'm here with Tom Green. Say hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Tom and I are both LinkedIn learning instructors. You can see our courses on LinkedIn Learning. And we're also very collegial colleagues.
Yes,
And
we share a passion for fun and bizarre.
do you enjoy things that are fun and bizarre? If so, pop them in the comments. Tell me where you're coming in from today, and we'll be sure to have a fun and bizarre session today for 30 minutes or so, where we try to get AI to work for us and deliver something that doesn't look like what Tom has called some kind of nightmarish hellscape of what he had in his mind.
So, one of the things that Laura does is surprises me. When she asked me to do this, she said, "Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a giraffe playing a saxophone." And I'm thinking, what deranged mind would think of that? And then it suddenly hit me, oh, that would be me. So I thought, okay, fine, Laura, let's do it. So before we get into doing the prompting, I thought I'd show you some of the results I got.
All
So,
right, I'm going to throw them up there.
okay.
So let's take a look at the first thing.
So this one is a giraffe playing a saxophone. And what you may notice about the giraffe playing the saxophone, this is from an AI called Intuitive, it's not very intuitive because count the legs. There are 5.
Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh God. Oh man.
And then I went over to Adobe's product called Firefly. And I said, give me a giraffe playing a saxophone. And I got a guy playing a saxophone. Let me just zoom in a little bit on this. And
So you definitely said giraffe, but I am seeing other creatures that are not quite giraffe-like. That is definitely not a giraffe.
no, that is definitely not a giraffe. This is definitely somewhat of a giraffe.
Oh, says you, Tom. Says you.
And not sure what this one is. And then, of course, I got a lion.
And you specifically said giraffe.
I specifically said giraffe. Now I got another one because I did it twice.
Scott says, greetings from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hi, Scott, and thank you for joining. Let's take a look at what else Tom has managed to create, however.
So there's our, this is from Firefly again. So I said to Firefly, let's try this one more time. And I got a giraffe playing a saxophone, sorta.
Okay, we've got a giraffe with a 3-fingered man hand.
Yeah, a 3-fingered man hand
Wow.
playing a saxophone. I'm not too sure what this is, but it's playing a saxophone. This surely is not a giraffe. And cheetah playing a giraffe, I'm not too sure about.
I don't think that's even mildly giraffe-like, the last two, in any stretch of the imagination.
Precisely. So my final one, I said, okay, fine. These are all done. These are all Photoshop images, by the way. So I said, all right, let's use Photoshop. Now I'm going to zoom out on this one because it's kind of even more bizarre than you may think.
What?
It's the twisted saxophone, and somehow or other, a giraffe is either eating it or playing it, but you can see that it's all twisted.
That's not how I would play a sax, but I have to confess, I am not a saxophone player.
This is true.
Scott makes the comment, thanks. These events are always fun and bizarre.
Oh, you want bizarre, Scott? Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop into my favorite AI, Gemini.
Oh, Gemini is your favorite right now?
Yeah, the reason I use Gemini a lot is because I have a, oh, wrong one. Let me just get it up.
While you're doing
There we
that,
go.
okay, I will be able to show that in 1 second.
Okay.
Well, I don't see it coming up in
It's
my.
coming up. It's coming up. There it
It
is.
must be quite the loader.
Got it?
Oh, there it is. Let's take a look. We're going to add it to the stage. Hello,
Yeah.
Tom.
Hello, Tom. As you can see, the Gemini interface is very different than anything you kind of expect. Now, the reason I'm using Gemini is A, I have a Gemini account, but Laura's only given me 30 minutes for craziness. And some of these things take 4 to 5 minutes to render. So if you want to sit around twiddling your thumbs for 4 or 5 minutes, knock yourself out. But I wasn't prepared to do that. So let's start with a simple prompt.
All right.
A giraffe. Oh, I guess, yeah.
A
Playing
giraffe.
a saxophone. Okay, so that's the prompt. And then you hit this little submit here, and it says, give me a second here. Let me come up with an image.
And momentarily, we should,
In theory,
theoretically,
there we go.
hey, that's not so bad. Or is it? Let's take a deeper look at it
Yeah,
because,
we're going to take a
as
look
we
at it.
know, things go terribly wrong. It's actually not quite bad.
That's no, I've never seen a giraffe with balloon cheeks.
I've
And
seen a saxophone player with balloon cheeks.
yeah, and a fedora. That's interesting. But you can have some fun with this.
Well,
So
tell us what kind of fun we can have.
okay, so let's do this. We're not even going to ask for an image. We're just going to say giraffe playing saxophone. Of course, it would help if I spell playing correctly. Okay, so I'm not going to ask for an image. I'm just going to say, give me a giraffe playing a saxophone. Let's see what we got.
If
Here
it
we go.
wasn't an image creation thing, it might try to tell me that giraffes cannot play a saxophone because sometimes AI tries to correct me.
Oh, look, different image.
Okay.
Okay, so that's not bad. Notice we got lions. Oh, we got a monkey playing the drums back here. This is good.
So it added a little context that we're
Add
in
a
a
little
summer.
context.
Okay.
So let's try this one. We can actually style it. Giraffe playing a saxophone. And let's just go totally classic here in the style of Da Vinci. Let's see what we got.
Fair enough. Although Scott did have us a comment that the cheeks rival Dizzy Gillespie's, and I
They
would have to agree
do.
with you,
They
Scott.
do. That was my first reaction too.
And we know that Dizzy was a trumpet player, not a saxophone player.
This is true. And here we go.
That is Da Vinci. Well, he kind of gave you a Mona Lisa background.
Yeah, I got the Mona Lisa.
I
So
seldom see teeth when someone's playing saxophone, but
no, that's the mouthpiece.
okay. Well, here's something interesting. I see that we've got 4 fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4, but 1, 2, 3 here.
Aha.
So
The 3-fingered giraffe-like saxophonist.
yeah. Okay, so let's try that again, but we'll use a different style. So I'm just going to copy and paste it in here.
Okay, instead of Da Vinci, who should it be? Anybody got something that they want to shout out and say,
Okay,
yeah,
you
do
got.
it in the style of
I'm going to
somebody?
go with Looney Tunes because I grew up with Looney Tunes,
Okay.
and then I'll let someone else tell me a style that they would like to see. Come along, come along, come along.
All right. It's not like a Looney Tune character that I know, but I respect the background. The background is very Looney Tune.
I don't know. He's got kind of a face like a Looney Tunes character.
Okay.
And we got the notes coming out. Anybody else want to give me
Well,
a?
Fair enough. Would this go with our poster that we were going to create called "Long Necks and Smooth Notes"? Join us for a jazzy night of great sax. So
Okay.
sometimes you want to use these images as a poster or as a blog post idea or something. And is that a fair thing to do with these?
Okay, so here's what we can do. We can do a Smoky Jazz Club, Club. And what was
Okay,
the?
wait, no, we've got Chelsea coming in. Chelsea wants you to do it in the style of a 1930s Disney.
Ooh, Chelsea, getting hardcore here.
Probably Disney film.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Thanks for your suggestion, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm,
Here we
I'm
go.
excited to see what they come up with.
Yeah, so am I.
It's going to be black and white. Oh, we've got a film noir little thing going on here, don't we?
That's not 1930s. That's more like that's more like a 1930s movie rather than a Disney film.
Oh,
Because
I
it's
don't think you used the word. I think you omitted the word Disney in your
no.
prompt. You did.
Oh, well then, my apologies. I was so thrilled. Let's fix that right now.
Now we're going to get something completely different just by adding the word Disney.
Here's hoping.
I don't know if we have time for one more, but Scott really wants to see one in the style of Mad Magazine.
Hey, that's not
Okay,
bad.
that's good. Okay, that's fine. That really does look like a 1930s Disney.
Yeah.
To me, it does anyway.
So
We've got
there's a
that Art Nouveau style in the background.
there's a little download button here. So if you want, Laura, I can download it, send it to you, and you can share it with our friend that requested it.
Okay, okay, that could make a good jazz night poster.
Yeah.
But let's
Okay.
check out the Mad Magazine. One more before we move on to the framework. All right. Oh, are we getting the noises, the Don Martin noises? Ah, Gabba Gabba, hey. All right.
Yeah.
Download that one stat, send it to Scott. That's for sure. That's a pretty good one. I quite like that. But you were sharing with me in your article and that we get better results with our searches or
Yes.
our image results if we use a specific language instead of
Yes.
just giraffe playing saxophone. We have to do more than that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to throw up a prompt that will
Okay.
actually that you would use. The key to working with AI is not what we were doing. All you're going to do is you're going to get silly results. You're not going to get what you want. What you have to do is go into this sort of thing thinking the AI is stone cold stupid. That's first off. So you've got a 2-year-old sitting in front of you. You've got to lay out exactly what what you are expecting. So I've got a prompt that I've done up following a format that I use quite often. Just let me pop it up here.
Okay.
Hang
And
on.
as you go through it, I'll and that's happening, I'll talk about what that framework is. It's something
Yeah.
called Croft C?
C. So this is from a gentleman called Thomas Delic, which is who wrote a book called the AI Prompt Engineering Bible. When I was doing the Bumbling Prompter, and I still am, by the way, I was really having problems trying to really wrap my mind around how do I do this. So I caught a copy of the book and realized he's got this amazing little format, and it's called Croft C. So here's,
You want to see it?
yeah, could you? Okay, so there is the prompt that you would use: a photograph of a giraffe wearing a purple bow tie, skillfully playing a golden saxophone. So it knows that it's got to give it a purple bow tie. It's got to be playing a golden saxophone. You set the scene. The giraffe stands in a whimsical, sun-drenched clearing, its long neck. I mean, what you have to do is become a writer. So the Croft C format, if you could sort of pop it through here, Laura, that would be great. This is the context. A photograph of a giraffe wearing a purple bow tie playing a golden. That's context. That's the C. The next one is R. Role. The role. The giraffe is in a whimsical, sun-drenched clearing. Okay, so that's kind of what it's looking to do. The F.
Oh, we have to go O.
Oh, CRO of the objective. Again, is up in here too. But you notice that you have to be you almost got to be a writer to do it. So you're describing the primary task. Okay. The F, form, structure, layout you want. Again, this is the structure right in here. Let me just, that's the structure. Okay, it's going to be in a clearing. I want its neck gracefully gracefully curved. It's wearing a patterned coat with contrast, and then you're describing what the background looks like too. And then the T is the tone. And the tone is actually right here, whimsical. Right there, that's the tone.
Joy and playful creativity. That also lends
Yeah,
itself to
yeah,
tone.
yeah. And
And
then
now the C part.
these are the rules and limitations, the specific information you want. Giraffe, purple bow tie, golden saxophone. Pattern coat, vibrant contrast, lush green foliage. What you're doing is you're describing the rules, the limitations, and the information that you need. Okay, so
You know
what I'm
what
going
this
to,
reminds me of, Tom?
what?
This reminds me of writing a detailed creative brief when you work in an advertising agency or a marketing agency, so
Yep,
that all of the different creative people are on the same page with what the tone should be, what the context is. So you really have to put that brain into use of your being a creative director. And when I had to do that work, a lot of times I would write the creative brief and I would say, gee, in the time that it took me to write this creative brief, I could have created it myself. Sometimes that happens.
this is the key issue, especially with stuff like this with creatives. Um, Creatives have a vision up here, and they're not going to get what they're expecting. But when you're using AI, you have to be specific, and it never, ever, ever works out the way you want it to work out. So don't go into it thinking it's going to be, it's going to replace you. It's not. Eventually, you're going to get an image, and what you're going to have to do with that image is actually open it up in something like Photoshop or whatever to actually make it match your intent. Okay, so I'm going to put that prompt.
Okay, let's look at that prompt again.
Okay, so we're going to take this prompt.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
going to
you're going to
copy it.
copy it and you're going to throw it into something else now, aren't
I'm
you?
going to put it back into Gemini.
Okay. And while you're putting it back into Gemini, I will say that although I would write these creative briefs, I would often whine that, oh man, I could have just done it in the time that it took me to write this brief.
Yes.
That really wasn't the issue. it really got my head clear on intent, and it also helped me collaborate with the other creatives better that were going to be working on that
Yeah.
project as well.
Okay, so here's the prompt up in. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, so we've provided just an absolute ton of information for the AI to work with. Now this may take a little while.
Well, while that's happening, let's see what Scott says. He says a prompt that specific would also make great alt text for your image. And Scott, you are not wrong.
No, you're not. By the way, Scott, if you are into doing alt text, there is an AI for writing alt text. It's built right into uh, uh, an accessibility app called Stark. It will actually go through your web page or even a screen and write the text for you.
That's interesting, Tom. I wrote some alt text just by uploading an image to, I think it was Perplexity, and saying, "Can you write alt text for this image?" And it did so really well. It
Yeah.
picked up on details in the background and things that I probably would have missed. So it did a much better job probably than I could have.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I had an image of a street in Barron, and there was a sign on a shop, and it actually read the sign in the alt text, which just blew my mind. So there's the image.
Now, did that match what you had in your head?
No,
Not at all.
no. If I'm asking a giraffe to play a saxophone, I would expect to see fingers on it.
Yeah, it just seems
But
to be magically floating there.
but if I go back, oh, I got to use this one. If I go back, okay, so it's got a purple bow tie and a golden saxophone. Purple bow tie, golden saxophone, in a whimsical sun drenched clearing. And
Okay.
it is a whimsical sun drenched clearing.
It added the cartoon notes, which is
Yeah,
going off on its own, I think.
I'm just going to put the prompt back up there. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, it's lush green foliage, a scattering of oversized musical notes. There they are.
See, now if you wanted to get really specific with that alt, then you'd have to, actually look at the image and start writing a little bit more about what you're seeing in there.
Yeah, yeah. So what you have to do is use that Croftsy format and become a writer. But you have to have a vision in your head of what you want to achieve or what you're. There we go.
When you do, can I show you one that I did
Sure.
before we started this event?
Yeah, knock
I
yourself out. Ah!
So you see how two different people can have two completely different ideas about what's going on in their heads. This is what the inside of my head looks like according to AI.
By the way, the one in the bottom left-hand corner has 5 legs. It looks like 1, 2, 3,
Super.
4, 5. Yes.
What is up with AI not being able to count? Because you've had that issue as well.
Yes. Can I show you one?
Yeah, I want you to show that because, for example, you specifically asked for a giraffe in many of
Yeah.
these situations, and it would give you lions, it would give you people, it would give you anything but a giraffe. And
Yeah.
then there are many times where people have reported that they are asking for human images, and the humans will have odd things like 7 fingers or all sorts of other strange things that we think that shouldn't be happening, but it is.
I've lost my share tab down here.
Okay.
If you could throw it back up. Oh, there it is. I think that's it. Yes. Okay, so I also you can also do video, and I had a rather interesting experience with that. That's kind of what got me going with Croft C. So I've got two. One is done by Firefly. I'll use the first one from Gemini. Gemini uses VO.
And VO is spelled VEO.
Yeah, VEO. Okay, so if you could
And I
throw
think
that
they
up.
have a free trial too, so that
Yeah,
you can, like, do one or two
yeah,
images
you get
before
5 or 6 seconds.
you
So
pay
basically, this was based on a Burberry ad. I had a gentleman talk mention the fact he was looking at the Burberry ad, thinking that could have been done in AI, and I thought, hey, this sounds like a good idea. So I basically what it is four gentlemen jump out of a car, go running through a field of wheat. The wind picks them up, and they're flying through the air. So I basically wrote that prompt, and here is the result. I hope you can handle it. So first off, 5 men.
Not four.
No,
So it doesn't count really well.
no, it's not good with counting. And then if I play it, they also throw in a soundtrack, and I almost, I almost fell off my chair laughing. Actually, we're flying.
Well, now we're four.
Now
Maybe that's what it meant.
some guy wound up in the middle of the field.
In the
Okay,
field. That
so
does.
so I thought, okay, fine, we're flying. Isn't that cute? So I thought, okay, fine. Let me. Adobe's Firefly does the same thing.
So
So
that was VO. Now you're going to do that same prompt, except
it's
in
the exact
Firefly.
same prompt in Firefly. So here it is.
All right. I'm going to add that to the stage so we
Oh,
can
there
see
we go. There's our four guys again.
four guys.
Uh, by the way, I did not put any sort of ethnicity into it. It was just 4 men in a field. Okay, so here we go. This one is even stranger. Yeah, they're really flying. Let me tell you. Oh boy.
Well, that didn't do it for me.
No, no. But you just don't get what you want. I said
Yeah.
4 men, and they gave me 3 men. And Google gave me 5 men, and then realized, oh, I made a mistake. Let's have the wheat field eat one of the men.
Bottom line, even if you follow the Croftsy format, you're going to get better results. But even then, it starts messing things up for
Yeah.
you.
When you're working with video, you've got to be very specific, and you've got to do it basically scene by scene by scene and explicitly outline exactly what you want. With these ones, if you want to try video, you're only going to get 5 or 6 seconds, but you've got to be constantly what we call iterating. Change the prompt, change the prompt. But the other thing is, this can get expensive. You are charged credits. You're given credits for using it, and once you use up your credits, you got to buy more. So it's processing time. So have we got any more craziness that you'd
Well,
like?
we did have one final request, and because we're nearing down the end of the day, we do want to see a giraffe with mussed hair and a missing tooth, if you don't mind. And we'll close with that.
Scott, you have a very dark mind.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Now, I'm going to try to describe more what I have in my image when Scott said hoping for mussed hair and a missing tooth.
Okay, so here we go. I'll
Okay,
just share.
you're going to do that, but
I'm gonna
get that set up, and let's just try to see what is in my mind when I say mussed hair and a missing tooth. I am getting a vibe of Our Gang, like
yes.
Spanky and so forth. I
Well,
don't know if that's what AI will have in mind,
no,
but let's definitely give a shot of seeing what we come up with here.
a giraffe with mussed hair and a missing tooth
And Scott says, "Oh, that was just from my mad request."
playing a
Which goes to show
saxophone.
you,
Yeah,
we have different things going on in our heads.
in the basement of a smoky
I
Jazz.
thought he might be Alfred E. Giraffe.
Well, that's kind of where he's going with that one.
Yeah, I think
So let's
so.
see what we got.
All right, is this going to be Alfred E. Giraffe, or is it going to be more my vision of Spanky in Our Gang?
I don't think it's going to be any of them, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's not specific enough, is it? We're asking it to intuit a lot about backgrounds that it's not familiar with. Mussed hair and a missing tooth?
There's the
I don't
most.
know, man.
We're not seeing the tooth. Why is smoke coming out of the saxophone there?
Not
And
sure.
boy, this guy back here on the drums, I'm telling you, he's got something going.
Well, he's smoking something, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
and so's the giraffe. Come to think of it.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I want to thank Tom Green for watching us. Tom was recently on NPR, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, in Boston. And you can take his classes in design, particularly, at linkedinlearning.com.
Yeah.
And of course, you can take my courses too for what that's worth for you.
Oh,
I
sure.
teach courses
Oh,
in
sure.
communication and public speaking. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you had a little bit of fun here. And be careful with what you create out there on AI, will you?
One final question. I always end my classes with this question: did you learn
Okay.
anything? And if you did learn something, I've done my job. And on that note, goodbye.
Bye now.